Hey guys, welcome to this video. This is kind of a different one for me. Basically, we're cooking. So I'm gonna give you my honest opinions on HelloFresh. Basically, what happened was I got a random box of baby stuff and there was a HelloFresh coupon. Thomas went to order HelloFresh and then accidentally checked out without the coupon. I don't know. So we ended up getting a week of meals. So we have 3 meals, but they feed 2 people each. So I guess about 6 meals. I will, after the footage of me cooking everything and this one meal, I'm not gonna show all the meals. I'm gonna break down the math and see, is HelloFresh actually worth it? And are we paying extra money? And how all that works, and my honest opinion, because I feel like every time I've seen somebody's opinion online and on YouTube, it's paid and they've paid people to talk about them and say good things about them. So if you want an honest review, that's what this video is. Tonight we're going to be making this. It is chicken over garlic parmesan spaghetti. They give you this recipe card. I do appreciate this because if you want to make this again, you could just go buy the ingredients yourself, but you have the recipe right here. However, there's a lot of recipes on the internet that you could use. I don't know. So I'm just going to follow this recipe and film that. Cute, their own noodles. I don't know what this is. Oh, you can get cash back on this app. Wow. More advertising. Tomatoes. These tomatoes look fine. They do look a little bit green to me though, and there's a mushy spot right here, but when you're shipping fruits, I just feel like that's probably bound to happen. Also, they don't look like the same tomatoes as in here. So you can see right here it says Roma tomatoes. This doesn't look like a Roma tomato to me. This looks, I don't know. What are the other kinds of tomatoes? I don't know all their names, but the shape of this is not correct for a Roma tomato. So I don't know if they just substituted it with another kind of tomato because Romas are out of season. I don't know. It is December right now. Some sour cream. Okay, this is funny. Literally 1 clove of garlic. I don't know why, but that amuses me. Parmesan cheese. And our Tuscan heat spice. So I guess that's the thing. If you do want to make this again, you don't have these spices. So I guess you would have to guess at what the spice is. I think some recipes don't have like a secret spice or something, and so you could recreate it. This one, you might not be able to do that so much unless you can taste this and figure out what's in it. So, I wanted to do the math and see if it was reasonable. And we'll get to that in a minute. First, we're going to talk about the actual dishes that we got. So the one that I believe I filmed was the chicken over garlic parmesan spaghetti. And it's pretty good. Thomas and I agreed that it would be like a 3-star. It was decent, not amazing. The one thing is they didn't give me Roma tomatoes. The next one was the coconut curry chicken with rice, and this was a disappointment. I'm just gonna be honest. It was decent, but it was a curry, I guess, but it was weird. It was not spicy at all, which I understand because some people can't handle spice, and so if you're gonna like put this in a box, you can't make it super spicy. But I was disappointed in the fact that the way that they made it spicy was by adding a teaspoon of chili flakes, because that doesn't do much. And this is coming from someone who, I wouldn't say I'm overly sensitive to spice, but I don't eat super spicy out of choice. I can survive it, but I don't typically try to add a lot of spice. The flavor also just wasn't very strong. It was very tomato-y. It was okay, but it wasn't great. We gave this a 2 stars. The one that made this box worth it, honestly, was the Gouda Vibes burgers. And the thing is, I was hesitant to get the burgers because, like, they're burgers. You can just make them at home. But I think what really made it is that they had you make this onion jam that had, like, what was in it? It was tomato, paprika, stock concentrate, some water, salt, pepper, onion, and stuff, and it was really good. I would definitely make the jam again to put on burgers. And then the fact that they just had a like nice bread made it good. They also gave you potatoes, so you can make some potato wedges, so you had a nice side with that. But yeah, this overall 4 stars. It was the best thing that we got in the box. So now that we've gone over that, we're going to talk about the math. I don't know if I'll put anything on the screen, but we're just going to kind of go through. So the way that I calculated the cost of each of these meals is I went on Safeway delivery and I searched for the thing that they gave us, and then I did the math to figure out how much they gave us would cost. I don't know if that made any sense. So for example, they gave us half a cup of rice. But obviously when you go to the store, you're not buying half a cup of rice, you're buying like a pound of rice. So I did the math. Half a cup is 4 ounces, I believe. I looked it up, don't worry. I did the math properly, but now I'm not remembering. So it's something like that. So then I did the math to see what fraction of the bag of rice we were actually given, and then how much that fraction of the bag of rice costed. I did not include tax into this because I'm not 100% sure what the tax rates are, and obviously depending on where you live and where you're getting your groceries, the tax rate's going to be different, and some of the prices of even the ingredients could be different. So it's not going to be 100%, but these are the approximate prices. Also, in each of the recipes, they assume that you have certain things. So for instance, obviously they assume you have pots and pans. That's a given. But then they also assume you have salt and pepper and vegetable oil, sugar, and butter seem to be the main things. They also assume you have aluminum foil. Those are things that I think people typically keep in their house. They're things that I always have in my house, unless like I accidentally run out of butter. But for the most part, I have all that. And then there were some things that they included in here that I already had in the house that I could have used, but obviously maybe that's not something that everybody always has. So for instance, I already have paprika, I have curry powder, I have chili flakes, I have sour cream, I have cream cheese. So those are all things that I already have, but probably not everybody has it in their house. There were also, when I was doing this math, a few things that I didn't really know how to do the math on, and those were, let me find it. So for the burger, they give you chicken stock concentrate, and it just says they give you 1, and I don't really know what 1 is. Like obviously that's the 1 packet of that, but like when I go to buy that in the store, I don't know how to do the math, so I just assumed it was $1, which is probably overestimating. And then the other one was the chicken over garlic parmesan spaghetti. They give you this Tuscan heat spice. It's not spicy. And it's 1 tablespoon. I just didn't add any money for that because to me, honestly, it was kind of like an Italian seasoning, but like teeny bit spicier. So I have a big thing of Italian seasoning. I don't know if anybody else does, but I didn't count that as anything. So let's do the actual math. The coconut curry chicken for 2 people. I don't know how much it costs for 4 people. I don't know if it's like, and obviously you get more food. I don't know. So for that, for 2 people, is $8.57. That's like $4.28-ish cents per person. It's not a lot of food. Or it's not a lot of money. I mean, it was a decent amount of food. I would say with all of these, actually, we did have a decent amount of food. There were no leftovers on any night except with the burger. There were some leftover potato wedges, simply because I can't eat an entire burger and a bunch of potato wedges. Okay, so the next one was the spaghetti, and that one was even cheaper because spaghetti noodles are cheap. That was $6.87 for 2 people. The burgers were the most expensive, coming in at $9.84 per person. So the total for those 3 meals for 2 people, so 6 meals total, is $25.28, which is pretty freaking cheap. And that gets to the whole point of just order, like, just go get groceries and do it yourself. And the math, like I said, is only counting the fraction that they give you. So obviously, if you need to buy paprika, I think you might have to spend like $5 to buy the bottle of paprika. But if you make recipes with paprika over and over again, you're only going to have to buy it the one time, right? And so, yeah, so the total was $25.28. For the plan, to get the meat and veggies plan, which is what we did, it is $53.94 plus $8.99, and that's without any discounts. I know that they do discount a lot, so you might be able to get some stuff cheaper, but that is a $28.66 difference, not including shipping. So the $28.66 is basically what you're paying for, like, the recipes and for it to be packaged. And even then, I don't know if the shipping includes the actual packaging, like the money that they pay for the paper bags and the box that it comes in. But it is $28.66 plus the $8.99 that you're paying in addition to the actual food that you're getting. And the recipe cards, I think, are helpful. Like, I might use them in the future. The problem is that for some of them, they don't actually tell you. So like for the Tuscan heat spice, I don't know what that is. So I can't just go buy it and remake this recipe. I can kind of guess and just add Italian seasonings and stuff, but like I don't really know. And also with the chicken stock, I can kind of like pour some in, but I don't know how much I'm supposed to add. So I do think they could have been better about adding actual measurements on a couple of those, just to make it a little bit easier to remake if you wanted to. But honestly, I think for me, it's not worth it. I will not be ordering again, because for me, that $28.66 I could be spending on something else. Realistically, I order from Safeway delivery anyway, so I'm already getting food delivered to me. So all I need are recipes, and then I order the food, it comes, and I make it. And the thing is also, you can order things like chicken in bulk, and you can use the like 10 ounces that you need that night and freeze the rest and use it throughout the week or next week or whatever. So for me, it's not worth it. But if you are somebody who doesn't have a lot of free time on your hands, doesn't want to have to think about what you're going to eat, and you just want to like put stuff together, cool. That it will make it really easy. That is what it's meant for. But if you're someone who's kind of on a budget and just needs recipes, I would say ask people online for recipes, ask friends, get a cookbook, go online. There are so many good recipes. I think the reason that we didn't like this as much is because I literally make a recipe that's very similar, but it tastes so much better. I'll try to link that below if you guys want to try it. It's really, really good. I love it. For me, the thing is that this wasn't saucy. There like wasn't really sauce. And the one that I make, there's a lot of sauce and it's a heavy, creamy sauce. So that is my opinion. If you want to spend the extra money for the convenience and to get recipe cards, cool, do it. If you're kind of on a budget, you're probably better off finding recipes online and just ordering your groceries or going out and getting the groceries that you need. Anyway, that's it for this video. Sorry if it's kind of long, but make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.